Hi, my name is David, and I'm going to walk you through how I solved the CSWP practice problem 14.3. So for this practice problem, we're going to create the main body with a revolve. Then we'll cut out a part to put the ribs on. Then we'll place the ribs down, and then remove the part underneath the ribs to create that space. And then finally, we'll add these two ear-looking things. We'll get started on all of that in the top plane. I'm going to hit Control 8 so that we're actually looking at the bottom rather than the top. And that way we're matching this bottom left view here. So this is the sketch that we're going to create. And if we revolve that region about this axis here, then we'll create the solid. Now in the top, our line is going to have a dimension of 220. That's going to be half of 440. On the bottom, it'll be half of 450. That's the diameter of the outermost circle. So that's going to be 225. And then you've got heights 35, 60, and then 80 all the way from bottom to top. Okay, so let's get into the line tool. 225. Then we'll go up 35. And then the auto dimensioning is not going to really help for that line. I'll just close it off for the rest. This will be 220. Here will be 60. And then here, 80. Okay, fully defined, so we can then revolve about this line, hit the green check, and there's our solid. Now what we want to do is create a bed for the ribs to lie on, and so we'll create this circle on the top face with diameter 420, and then cut into the top face a distance of 10. That's the rib height. So we create this little bed for the ribs to be created on. The 420 diameter is this one right here, which gives us a sense of what the distance is from the outer circle to the inner circle where the ribs are attached. All right, so now we want to create the ribs, and what we'll do is start with the center rib. That's going to be the one that's coming out of the origin anyway for our line. And our rib thickness is going to be 5. So let's create that rib. And we want to draw the sketch on the very top face. All we're going to do is create a tiny little line, tiny little vertical line. Doesn't need to be all the way across, because when we use the rib feature, remember that it will automatically extend. We get the extrusion direction correct. We want it to go down, the extrusion, and the thickness of 5. So remember that the rib feature will automatically extend the rib in the direction, both directions of the line, as well as the extrusion direction. So when we hit the green check, we're going to have a nice rib that goes all the way across. Now we're going to take that rib and pattern it so that it's going to go, we're going to create ribs to the left and to the right. But we need a direction. And for the direction, what we can do is just grab this revolve sketch, and it's actually automatically, by selecting that sketch, it's creating the direction, and that's the direction we want. If you wanted to, also, you could just grab one of the lines from that sketch, or create a new line, but since these lines are already existing, might as well use them. Okay, and now the spacing between the ribs is 20, and if your number was set to something else, what you can do is click in there and then start using the scroll wheel up and down, and then just make sure that the ribs fill out everything. Rather than counting how many ribs there are, although you could count just to double check, but we just want to make sure that the ribs fill everything up. If you go 12, it's a little bit too much. 11 looks like the number. We want this to be symmetric, so it'll be going the other direction as well. And at first glance, it looks like the ribs are going to be extended too far, just like the first one was, but when you hit the green check, it actually does the rib for each of those lines and extends it out only until it hits the circular surface, or circular part of the body. Okay, great. So those are the ribs. Now we got to get rid of that space underneath. So we'll create a circle. underneath 420. The other circle with radius 420 was on the top face, so just creating another one here. That's okay. And we're going to extend this up 80 minus 10. And let me show that to you after I cut this away. 80 is the height from top to bottom, and then minus the rib height. So that's going to cut away all of this part that's under the ribs. So if we look back over here, we can see through the ribs now, because we've cut away all the part under the ribs, and the rib height is still 10. Great. So now all we have to do is work on those ears. So we'll start in the front plane. And there are probably a million ways to do this, but the way that occurred to me first was to create this line, which is half of 500. That goes from the origin out to the center of this circle. It's going to be half of 500. And then ended up creating just a little circle here with diameter 20. You can see that from right here. It's 20 all the way across, or you can see it from the R10. So the radius 10, so that the diameter of the circle is 20. And then focused on this shape right here. And we can worry about the fillets later. But basically here and then back to the center line, and then back to the circle. The circle's already made here. And that'll create the shape that we can then extrude and then mirror everything else over to the other side. Okay, so I'm going to start from the top here, go over, looks like 26, so we can go ahead and dimension that. And then we'll go up and then over, at least to hit this outer circle, back to the center line vertically, and then into the circle. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Put the 26 down here. And in terms of dimensioning, from here across the center line will be 60. And that's looking pretty good. The only last thing here to do is fillet. And the radius is 6, and we want to fillet these two corners. Okay, radius 6 for these little fillets. And yeah, looking good. Okay, so let's then extrude. Go back in there. This part right here, up 15. Looking pretty good. And then we'll take that extrude and mirror it about, well, the top plane to create the other half of that ear, and then also the right plane. Okay, I think we're done. Let's check our volume. Our volume is 183,158.4.08. Now the answer key's volume is a little bit different, 183,1893 cubic millimeters. So we're 308.92 cubic millimeters too low, which is 0.017% off, which is definitely within the 0.5% of the CSWP cutoff, from at least from what I've heard. And another YouTuber, Mundane Superpower, got exactly the same volume that I did, and we both used completely different methods. I'll link to his video in the description if you want to check it out. We also both noted that there didn't appear to be any assumptions made, so I think we can call this practice problem finished. So if you did get the answer keys volume, then it's wrong. No, just kidding. What I meant to say is, please let me know in the comments if you did get the answer keys volume and how you did it. It's entirely possible that there's something that both me and Mundane Superpower overlooked. So as always, thanks so much for watching. Take care and keep studying.